Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're back at the drag strip, formerly known as Castrol Raceway, now known as Rad Raceway. It did a name change. I still have the drag tires on the car, as you can see, and I think I'll air those down to about 16 psi. We'll see how that works. I'll throw a little bit more fuel at it this time because last time it didn't feel like it had enough power. We'll see if that does anything, and if all goes well, tomorrow we'll be back out here for the road course, which should be interesting and quite a busy weekend. So for now, let's go through or hand in our tech card and go make some runs. While it didn't feel like it, I did set a new personal best. I did change my target AFRs to about 2 points richer, but it didn't seem to make a difference as the mile per hour was nearly identical to before. Still, I was very pleased with the time. So that'll be the last event of 2021 for drag racing. We did set a personal best today, which is always exciting. Sucks I missed second gear on the second run because it was a good 60 foot, maybe a 12.7, but we'll never know. That's how it goes. But now I get to go home and swap the tires out for the road racing tires and get that all set up, because we'll be back tomorrow morning at the road course over there, and hopefully that goes well. And yeah, see how this goes. Well, we made it out to the road course, have the tires changed. They look amazing. It is pretty cold out. Forgot a proper jacket. Oh well, hopefully it heats up. I guess we're just looking forward to a good day without breaking anything. That's the goal, and we'll see. And I've never tried these tires, been looking forward to it for a long time, so hopefully we can set some best times, but we'll see if that happens. So we got our first run in. I think it went pretty good. The tires are amazing. I'm telling you, they are the best 15-inch radial you can buy. They are really good. I am front tire limited though. I can see I'm tearing the fronts up, whereas the rear is still like brand new. But I think I've already set a personal best in lap time by like a second, I think. So, hey, mind you, I do have the 6-speed transmission in here, but and the better gears, but I believe it's more down to the tires. But I mean, I'll look at the data and see. Bad news is I have a leak in the rear differential. The rear cover is the seal, the gasket, is unfortunately leaking. That sucks because I'm going to have to change that gasket eventually. And it also probably means limited running today, because if it gets worse and bad, I'm going to have to shut it down, because then it becomes a safety issue. But I have to look at it. So on the next run, I think I'll do maybe a couple warm-up laps and do some time lapse, and then we'll see if how it looks. We'll go from there. So run 2 was complete. Demolished our personal best. I think we did a 38.9, which was our previous best going into this day. I think a 42.1 or something like that. So the tires are so much more grip. Very happy about that. Brakes are holding up pretty well. But I'm not pushing the brakes that hard. I'm just trying to let the, increase the cornering speed. I'm really curious to see what the telemetry is going to show, but already burned through a lot of fuel, so I already had to go and pick up or get some gas. And we'll do another session or two. I don't know if I'll push it for a new best or not, but we'll still go out and at least have some laps and see what the rest of the day holds. So we got through runs 3 and 4. They went pretty well. We didn't set a best time. A little bit surprised at that. I did push 1 or 2 laps per session. We'll look at the telemetry. We'll see how that looks. We'll also look at our previous best time and see how that compares, because that should be a big difference. So let's check out that telemetry right now. So looking at the telemetry of my best 4 laps of the day, I figured out why I wasn't able to improve on my best time, particularly in the 3rd session where I ran a 1:39.226, and that is highlighted with this green line here. The blue line is my reference line of the best lap, and just looking at it, I actually had a really good first sector. I was up by over 1/10.5, and then I got to turn 3 where my minimum speed was a fair bit lower, and from there I just sort of lost time over the course of the lap until I got to turn 7, which was that right-handed sweeper that you brake all the way through, and I lost a full half a second just in that corner alone. And you can see on the speed trace, I just didn't carry the speed through it. And I knew I was pushing from that point on, and I was able to claw back a full 0.6 in the last 2 sectors, which is quite a lot. And if it hadn't have been for those 2 corners, really, I probably would have set a personal best. Now, if you didn't notice this red line that was tracing better than my best lap, that was the 1:39.685 that I ran in the 2nd session. And you can see just how much faster I was through turn 1, and how much more speed I carried through turn 7, and then how much speed I lost through the last section when I caught that Honda Civic and completely destroyed my lap. That last section alone, I lost over 0.9 of a second, which is brutal. Now, according to the data, I could have been legitimately 5 to 7/10 faster than my best lap. Lastly, we compare our best time with our previous best time of 1:42.1, and you can see most of our time gained was in corner entry, where I was able to carry so much more speed into the corner than before. Now, some of that is down to the more aggressive brake pad that I was running, but most of it's down to the better tires, as I had that extra grip to just carry the speed in through the corner while braking, and it sure made a difference. Also, we can look at the RPM trace and see just how much faster the engine was accelerating because of our steeper gear ratios. But oddly, that didn't really translate into much better acceleration on track, as you can see here and here, as honestly, the car felt a bit sluggish coming out of the corners at that low RPM, and I'll have to check the data log through the EFI to see if there's something going on. Well, that's the end of our road racing day. It's actually the conclusion of our 2021 racing season. Yeah, it was good. We went out to the track a few times. We actually went out to 2 different road courses, which is really exciting. I'm very impressed by the Avon tires. Not only do they have a lot more grip than your typical street tire, I mean a lot more grip, they are the smoothest tire I've ever driven on. They're so smooth, so I would say I highly recommend them, but they are very, very expensive. But I will say I stand by my opinion that they are the best 15-inch radial tire that you can buy. They're very, very good. Hopefully we can make some modifications over the winter and make the car even faster, which is always the goal. And hopefully we can be back out at the track again next year, because it was a lot of fun. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching.